Look no further and bear witness a brand new timeline of Mortal Kombat characters. Episode 23, Rank the Costumes, Mortal Kombat 1.
Transition fun!
Welcome people, it's your boy, the Dun Dada of all Dadas, the King General himself, Clutch, has entered the building. Welcome to Tierlist Fridays, where we are in episode 23, ranking the costumes of Mortal Kombat 1. Full circle moment, guys. Before we get started, leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you guys can be in tune with the videos when they drop. You're washing dishes, you're taking care of the family, you're pleasing the missus. Listen, when the video drops, you gotta stop what you're doing and watch your boy. Baby, I'm sorry, I can't do this. Clutch just dropped. Have to watch my boy. Enjoy the video. I can't even talk correctly. Like I said, guys, full circle moment. I mean, we started our very first Tierlist Fridays episode with ranking the Mortal Kombat 1 characters, gameplay wise, how they played, how much fun I had, and now, full circle moment, 22 episodes later, we are here now. We're gonna rank the costumes, the design choices that these developers put together. You guys don't see the Kombat Pack 2 characters because they haven't dropped yet, and I mean, I could do a little bit more work and just search up images of the characters. We've seen how they look. I'll wait till they come out to do a separate episode. We're not gonna count the cameos. That's gonna be a separate video in itself. Let's just get started now, guys. I mean, listen, we've been doing this for 23 episodes. You already know what the ranks represent, but just in case if you do not know, the S rank represents a 10 out of 10. The A rank is considered great. It's a 9 and an 8. The B tier represents good. This is between a 7 and a 6. The C tier represents okay. It's basic. It's just a 5. And the D tier just represents not it, meaning it's a 4 below, meaning that they need a little bit more work done. I don't really care for the design. Switch it up, do something with it, I don't care. Mortal Kombat 1 was released in 2023, a brand new story. We are now in Liu Kang's timeline, yes. Liu Kang has defeated Kronika, taken over the Hourglass, and has created a brand new era with some amazing characters that we always known and love, with a bit of a plot twist. Some of these characters are different now. For example, Scorpion and Sub-Zero are now brothers, and Scorpion is no longer called Hanzo Hasashi. He is Kuai Liang, which is the Sub-Zero of the old timeline, but in this timeline, he's Scorpion. Katana and Mileena are actually blood sisters, and Raiden is not a god anymore. He is now just a regular farm boy that inhabits, is that the right word? Inherits the medallion of thunder and becomes a thunder
Potential god.
That's just a little bit right there, and we're gonna talk about each character's origin as we move along. But all right, and the first character we're going to start off is, of course, my main character in Mortal Kombat 1, the homie Smoke. Now, Smoke looks freaking dope, man. I don't miss the long hair. I love that they cut that shit off. It's the brand new short hair Smoke. A lot of people really don't like his gas mask type of thing, but listen, bro, you can change that, but we are gonna be focusing on just the base roster, so I can understand people not liking it, but I think it looks dope because it fits the character. I mean, it's Smoke. You have a gas mask as the mask for the Smoke. It makes so much sense. I love the gray. I love the little Lin Kuei medallion thing right there. I love that he has these, I forgot what the fuck they're called. I'm not even gonna try to sound it out, but he got these little knives that he uses. It's so dope. I mean, the outfit looks amazing. This is more close-up shots of Smoke. Looks dope, bro. Tomas looks freaking fire. Design-wise, we're gonna start it off. I'm gonna say you are almost a 10 out of 10, but I'm gonna put you in the great category. I think you're great. I think there could be a little bit more done, a little bit more in your design to be perfect. I think if we do something with the eyes, maybe if we make the eyes a little bit more like Scorpion-like, that would probably fit a little bit more. Maybe, I'm just spitballing here, but maybe if you had like a tattoo, like that coursed around the arm, definitely would have went to the S tier. But A tier is a great costume, is a good way to start off the video. All right, and we're gonna continue with the ninjas here. We have the homie Scorpion. Now, Scorpion is, like I said in before, he is Kuai Liang, no longer Hanzo Hasashi, and kind of a similar outfit to Smoke's. It's the same kind of design. The colors are just different. It's just yellow, red, black. I like the little scorpion tattoo right there. Very, very funny, NRS. The mask looks dope. I do wish for at least Scorpion and Sub-Zero, I wish that they had their hoods. I understand having the hair out is all that's all fine and dandy. I don't mind that much. But it definitely takes a little bit of points off the board. I like his mask. I like the color of it. It looks dope. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna say Scorpion in Mortal Kombat 1 is a good costume. I think he has a lot of better, more interesting costumes. Previous Mortal Kombat titles, I mean MK Deception, Mortal Kombat 9, MK11 that we just did the ranking on, like a lot more better, interesting, and then not to mention it's Hanzo Hasashi in those games, so the eyes, they matter, right? Though things like that, those little details matter here. So Scorpion, it's a good costume. It's not the best, but it is good. Also, I want to point out I didn't talk about Smoke's origin story in this game. So now his family was slaughtered by the Lin Kuei, and the Grandmaster, which was Sub-Zero and Scorpion's father, they took Smoke in and pretty much raised him as his own son. So Smoke, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, they're basically stepbrothers, kind of adopted. They kind of adopted Smoke into the family, so they are all considered brothers. But yeah, final answer for Scorpion, it's a good costume. All right, and the next costume is the brother of Scorpion. It is Sub-Zero, and Sub-Zero is different because this is actually Bi-Han. It's actually dope. Like, we finally get to play as a human Sub-Zero Bi-Han. I think the only time we've ever played as Bi-Han was in the original Mortal Kombat 1 game, but at that time, they didn't really have that much story or much lore in the franchise to really, like, have a deep connection with the character. So we pretty much grew up with Kuai Liang Sub-Zero the entire time. But now we get to experience Bi-Han Sub-Zero, and I gotta tell you right now, the way he looks, I actually like Sub-Zero. I know I said for Scorpion and Sub-Zero, I like the hoods on the characters, on the ninjas, but for Bi-Han specifically, because he just has that face, he like the facial expressions, he's very menacing. It definitely makes it more interesting. Once again, the same exact design as Smoke and Scorpion. The difference is that he has the blue. You can see he has the pointy little shoulder pads there. That's different. He has the ice. I actually like this costume a hell of a lot more than Scorpion's because it just fits a whole lot more. I'm gonna say Sub-Zero, you are in the great category and you are better than Smoke. I do like Sub-Zero's costume better than Smoke's, actually. So Sub-Zero's connection in this story is that he is essentially the new Grandmaster. His father gets killed. What we come to realize in the future in story mode is that he could have saved his father, but he let his father perish, and that's how him and Scorpion kind of have the rivalry that we all know and love. Sub-Zero is essentially not a bad guy, but he just wants to do more for Earthrealm than rather just be Liu Kang's pawn. He wants to help lead Earthrealm, and he ends up going down a little darker path. Sub-Zero is just a dick in this game. He's just an asshole in this game, but I think that's what makes Sub-Zero's character so dope. You know, we all love to see our characters be heroes, but we sometimes love it when they become the villains, and I think for this game, what they did for Scorpion and Sub-Zero, switching the roles, making Sub-Zero more of the aggressor and the one that you kind of don't want to see succeed, and then making Scorpion the babyface, making him the one that has to be the hero. And I think I love that because in previous Mortal Kombat games, Scorpion has always been the righteous, more angry or aggressive ninja, And Sub-Zero's always been the one that was like, whoa, wait a minute, like,
You coming at me, bro? You killed my brother, bro. Like, the fuck is wrong with you?
Sub-Zero, you're a great costume. Final answer. Alright, and next we have Reptile, and this is probably my favorite Reptile design in any Mortal Kombat game, bro. If you want to talk about his earlier days of Mortal Kombat 1, 2, MK Trilogy, where you had the digital effects with the ninja costumes, I can agree with you there. Being that the graphics are more advanced now, you have more technology, you have more to play with here. They did Reptile justice in this game, bro. I think ever since MK4, from Mortal Kombat 4 to MK1, he's always been this lizard ninja, and it's all fine, that's cool, but they just never executed it properly, and I think for this game, they finally did it justice. They made him human, but when he taps into that lizard Zaterran power, you can see the lizard come out, and I love that we kind of get the best of both worlds here, but man, this design is perfect. I mean, he has the keys here to represent that he's a jailer in the story mode. I love the tattoos. Like I said, bro, like I said for Smoke's costume, I mean, put some tattoos on the motherfucker, he'll look dope as hell. You can see the tattoos on the eyes right there. Let's get a better picture right here. Look at this guy. He looks fucking amazing, and not to mention, he has the traditional hood. He has the Ermac type of hoodie that he had in Mortal Kombat 9 and in Mortal Kombat 1. Man, he just looks dope, bro. I think Reptile is the first 10 out of 10. He is the first S-tier character for design. I think they did an amazing job with Reptile. It doesn't surprise me that he's S-tier. Final answer. Alright, and next we're gonna move into Raiden. Now, Raiden, he's just a farm boy. Him and Kung Lao are pretty much the best friends that grew up together in Fenjiang. Basically, Liu Kang wants to recruit him and Kung Lao. He ends up giving Raiden the Thunder Medallion, which gives him the power of a Thunder God, which is why he has the lightning powers. Now, his design to me is a little bit basic. I do like what they were doing here, kind of keeping Raiden's traditional color schemes with the white, blue. You don't really see that much of the yellow on here. I mean, I guess you can look at this, probably like the patches on his shoulders there. I do like this costume. I just think it's a little basic though, in my opinion. I think it could be better. So I'll say for Raiden, it's okay. It's an okay design. I do wish in the future of Mortal Kombat games, they kind of pump it up a little bit more, give him a little bit more armor to work with, but I do appreciate Raiden in the game as a character. Design-wise, it's just a little bit basic. Alright, and next we have the homie Johnny Cage. Now, Johnny Cage has returned into Mortal Kombat 1. He's just a failed actor. He's an actor that's trying a little too hard to make a name for himself. He had his glory days, but he kind of fell off, and he just keeps trying to rebuild himself, and he's a bit of a nerd when it comes to artifacts and knowing the ancient histories. He's real in tune with Chinese lore, with Japanese ancient history lore. He knows a lot of shit. I forget what her name is in the story mode, but he's not married to Sonya. Sonya doesn't even exist in this timeline as we know it. Like, he just doesn't know what to do. He's pretty much running out of options. Liu Kang recruits him, and that's how Johnny Cage comes into the story. Now, this design is one of his alternate costumes. This is his basic design right here. Got the shades, got the suits and stuff. It's okay. It's really okay. I do like Johnny Cage on the more martial arts type of thing. Right here, he just has a business suit on with glasses. This costume, this design, it's a good design. I think it's a good design. I think it fits Johnny Cage perfectly. I'll put it right here. I'll put it in the good category. Scorpion's is better than his, but Johnny Cage is a good design. Alright, and next we have the fire god. Liu Kang himself has entered the fray, and Liu Kang looks freaking sick. Oh my god. Oh, he looks dope as hell, man. I can't even lie to you. I love the I love the spirit tattoos on his arms. I like this design that they went. Doesn't have his shirt off, has the traditional pants with the red, but now has some white implemented as well. His eyes, the color of his eyes look different. You love to see it. This is a better picture of the tattoos right here. Liu Kang's design over the Mortal Kombat titles has been very inconsistent. It's up, down, more down than up, but I think for this game in particular, they did a good job with Liu Kang. He is an S tier in my opinion. He is a 10 out of 10 in this game. I think Reptile's costume is better than his, but it is a 10. Liu Kang is the the timekeeper here. He pretty much has all the power in the world, but once he creates the new era, he realizes that, hey, I don't want to do what Kronika did. I don't want to become insanely, I don't want to be a perfectionist like Kronika was and try to rebuild and restart history. So I'm gonna create this universe, and then I'm going to become Earthrealm's protector. And that's what he does. He becomes Earthrealm's protector until shit gets sideways in the story mode and he has to resort back to becoming a Titan once again. And that hinders his life because now that he switched to becoming a tyrant once again, he now lost his immortality, and now he's no longer immortal, which means someday he will perish. But the design is beautiful. I love it. I think they did a good job with Liu Kang's design in this game. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. Alright, and next we have another Shaolin, Kung Lao. Now, Kung Lao, same old Kung Lao from previous Mortal Kombat. He's a cocky bastard, very, very into his ego and pride. He thinks he's always gonna win and he's always gonna be the man. He's the jokester in this game. The design is pretty cool. I don't really know how I feel about like the show, like kind of like the sleeveless things going on right here. He's had it in previous games, but they just looked a lot more better. The hat looks cool, it's okay. I don't know how I feel though. I think this is probably in the same realm as Raiden's costume is just okay. I think in Mortal Kombat 11, their costumes were a little bit more better in my opinion. So I'll say that Kung Lao is in the okay tier. I do prefer Raiden's design over Kung Lao, so I'll keep Kung Lao right there, but it's an okay costume. Alright, and next we have Princess Kitana. Now, Princess Kitana doesn't get a lot of love in story mode in this game. She is pretty much on the sidelines, which is a first because she's always on the forefront in Mortal Kombat games. Her design looks pretty dope. I like it. I love that it's not too revealing for her character because that's not what Kitana's all about. Kitana's all about, you know, just being like, well, in this case, it's a new timeline. So she's more on the sidelines because her sister is the next one to become the Empress of Outworld. So she's kind of trying to build up her sister most of this story mode. I like the design. I love the colors. I think the hair could be a little bit better, just a little bit better. I don't know how I feel about this V-shaped crown on her head. Probably should have done something different with that, but I do like the blue. I do like all that. I will say Kitana's costume in this game is good. I think it's better than Johnny Cage. I don't think it's better than Scorpion's, and I will leave it there. I'll leave Kitana in the good category. And the next character is Kitana's sister. Now we have Mileena. Mileena is back, and this time things change. She is now the blood sister of Kitana. They are actually related. It's not, she wasn't created as an experiment, but the difference is that now, instead of her being a Tarkatan from experiments, she has inherited a disease called Tarkat, where she becomes part Tarkatan. I love this design from Mileena. It's not too seductive, too revealing, but you can see here in the design, she has sort of like the sides of her hair are a little bit put like she has like these pins that kind of hold it together. The eyes really bring out that evilness in Mileena, but she's good. She controls herself. This is her without the mask. You can see the face and the mouth and the teeth and all that. This design is fire. This is probably one of Mileena's best designs in Mortal Kombat ever. It's gonna be proven right here. I think it's an S tier. I think it's S tier. Do I think it's better than Liu Kang's? I actually do. I think it's better than Liu Kang's, man. Liu Kang's design is dope, but Mileena, the way they executed her in this game is so dope, and I can't wait to see in the future games how they handle her. She is an amazing character. She's a good guy in this game now, so you gotta love it. I love the twist and the turns that they take with these characters. You know, we're so used to seeing the bad guys be bad, and now they actually have an origin story. They actually have a purpose now. They're not just here to lose fights. Mileena is next to be the Empress, and if you play the story mode, she eventually does become Empress because, well, her mother perishes in battle. But it's an S tier. Umgadi leader Tanya. Now, Tanya is here, and she is basically the love interest for Mileena. Yes, Mileena has a love interest in this game, and it is Tanya. How do I feel about Tanya's design? There was a lot of controversy with Tanya's design. A lot of people did not like the changes. They did not like the route that NRS took with Tanya. They kind of loved her older Mortal Kombat model with the white eyes and kind of like the bob type of of hairstyle. This one's more of a, it's a different approach to it. This design is pretty cool. She does have better costumes in the game rather than her base costume. So if we're just judging the base costume, I'm gonna say that this costume is just okay for me. I don't really care for it. She has an even sicker costume in this game with the recent update. So I'm gonna say it's okay. And I do think it's the best one in okay. I think it's better than Raiden and Kung Lao's, but it's an okay costume for me. Final answer. All right, and next we have Prince Rain, the sorcerer. Rain has returned. It's a little bit different now. So in this game, he's not a traditional assassin ninja. He is a sorcerer who inherits the water magic. He owns a fucking staff and he's a high mage. I actually think this is Rain's best design. The only thing that's holding it back is the staff. I wish he didn't have the staff as much because he does look fucking sick. He does look dope. You know how I feel about ninjas with the hoodies. Ninjas with the hoodies looks fucking dope. I do like the purple mixed with the yellow. I think it's dope. The sleeveless outfit is fine to me. It's whatever. It's that staff. That staff does a lot of shit to me that I don't like. What would have been a S tier costume to me turns into just a great costume because of that staff. The staff just doesn't do it justice. If he didn't rely on the staff and he was more of a ninja, definitely would have been an S tier design wise, but the staff does bring it down to great. Final answer. All right, and next we have a returning character, Reiko. You know, General Shao's apprentice. You know, General Shao helped him. He was an orphan and he basically trained him to be this indestructible warrior for the war, and he's one of the best of the best. Reiko's design is pretty okay to me. Kind of just reminds me of like an Outworld soldier. Kind of resembles his Armageddon costume, but I really loved his Mortal Kombat 4 design a lot. It was more of a ninja type of vibe here. I think Reiko's design is okay. I don't think it's anything crazy. I'm gonna put it in the okay column. Yeah, design wise, it's probably the best one. So Tanya, sorry you got bumped up. You were good for 2 characters, but you got bumped out. So it's an okay costume. Final answer. And the next character is Empress Sindel. It is Sindel. She has returned. I don't know how I feel about this design. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think she looks beautiful. Beautiful woman. I don't know what the fuck these are with the shoulder pads right here. I don't like what the fuck's on her face. I mean, what is that? She has a beautiful fucking face. You don't have to put a metal letter fucking T on her face. I think she has a lot of unnecessary armor around her. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at this picture right here. She looks fucking beautiful, gorgeous. Why would you put this shit on her face? I think the costume for me, is it not it? I don't think, oh man, this is gonna suck. I'm sorry, Sindel fans, I'm sorry, but I don't think this design is it for me. I think she deserves a redesign. I think she needs to be treated with a lot more respect than this. She's a beautiful character. The face model, the way she sounds, amazing, beautiful. The hair, fire. But everything else just doesn't scream it for me, man. I think it needs a lot more work. I think it needs work to be done. It's not it. Next, we have General Shao. Now, General Shao in this timeline is no longer Emperor Shao Kahn. He is just Sindel's general who controls the army and the military, and yeah, he follows Sindel's rules. That's pretty much his gig. And you know, Shang Tsung and Quan Chi corrupt him to become even more evil. The design to me is just a copy and paste of what Reiko is. The same armor with the red and stuff. I like the helmet. I like the horns. The horns are not part of the helmet. That's actually a part of his body, so I do like that. I like the dragon scales, but they're not too aggressive like they were in Mortal Kombat 11. I will say that this design is a good design, and I will put it right next to Katana's. I think Katana and Scorpion are better, but General Shao's a good design. Final answer. Alright, and next we have Shang Tsung. Now, Shang Tsung, he is a pre-order DLC bonus, so if you don't pre-order the game, you cannot acquire this character. I'm pretty sure you can download him in the stores now, but yeah, in order to get him before, you would have to pre-order the game. He looks sick. I like it. I can't lie, man. I love the different design they took with it. Has his traditional black with the yellow, but now has these claws because he's more of a experimental scientist rather than a sorcerer. He learns sorcery from acquiring power from the evil Shang Tsung or Kronika in the story mode. And yeah, his whole gig in the story is he is a science experiment type of guy. He wants to experiment with different chemicals and different creatures and all that stuff, and I like the design. Is it an S tier? No, but it is a great design in my opinion. I'll put it in the great category. I will say it is right there at the back half. I think the ninjas got him on this one, but Shang Tsung's a great design. Final answer. And next we have First Constable Li Mei. Li Mei has returned, and she is a more badass than ever before. She is no longer the seductive type, fights for the resistance, but looks good as shit. She does look good, but she doesn't, that's not the main reason of her design being fire. I like it. It's pretty cool. I like the purple. It's all right to me. I think she's dope. I will say this is a good design. I don't think it's great or flawless. I think it's good. I do think it's better than Johnny Cage's, but I think that's about it. I think the other three got her beat. Her story in this game is that she used to be the leader of the Ungatis. Because King Jared perished under her watch, they demoted her, and she is now First Constable. And yeah, she has a lot of hate from the daughters and Empress and Dell up until she saves their lives and they're all friends again. But final answer, it's a good costume. I swear to God, bro, I swear, someone in NRS does not ever want to see Kenshi fall in the B tier all the way to D. Like, Kenshi's design is always A tier and S tier. It's ridiculous. Guys, this is Kenshi, the blind swordsman. In this universe, he actually doesn't start off blind. He has his sight, part of the Yakuza, and he wants to break free from the Yakuza's corruption. He needs to acquire Sento, which means he has to start fights with Johnny Cage. Him and Johnny Cage become best friends. With an encounter with Melina, he loses his eyesight and he becomes the blind swordsman Kenshi. I love this design. Kenshi always has fire designs, man. I swear, every game he's been in, he's been S tier or A tier, and for this game is no different. He is an S tier. I think it's the best costume aside from Reptile, so I'll put it at number 2. And yeah, Kenshi, you are an S tier, 10 out of 10. No questions asked. All right, and next we have a returning character, Baraka. Baraka is back, and I love this design as well, man. I can't even lie to you. Baraka looks so damn dope in this game. The tattoos, the fucking, the disease of Tarkat, because remember, Tarkatans are not a race in this game anymore. They are now a disease which spreads, and you know, they have their own colony because a lot of them have been, you know, infected. And you know, Baraka's not a bad guy in this game. For the first time, he's actually a good guy. He used to be, you know, a rich merchant in the Outworld world. We find out in this game that he's Adenian. He's actually from Adenia, but because of his disease and because of, I guess, the job he was doing, he had to be in Outworld. And yeah, he's dope as hell. Design looks fucking sick. Has that traditional white with the red, the darker dull red. I love it. I think this design looks dope. I think this is the best Baraka has ever looked in a Mortal Kombat game. It is also a 10 out of 10 for me. S tier. I think it's the back half, but man, they did a good fucking job with Baraka's design in this game. You gotta love it, you gotta respect it, you gotta appreciate it. It's a 10 out of 10. All right, guys, and next we have Geras, and just like I told you in Mortal Kombat 11, I said that Geras does get better in the future. This is the future right here. Probably his best design ever. He's only been in 2 Mortal Kombat games. You really got nothing else to work with. You just gotta compare this one to the last one, and this one looks even better. He looks dope as shit. I love the wrappings on the arm. The shoulder pad right there looks sick with the red. He looks dope as shit, man. Geras is fire. He's a good guy in this story mode. He actually works with Liu Kang. He is the foreseer of the time, of the hourglass, and eventually he ends up foreseeing the entire multiverse. So Geras plays a really, really big role in the story mode, and I love this design. It's so sick. I think in Mortal Kombat 11, I put him in the okay tier. Yeah, you got bumped up to great, my good sir. You are great, and you are probably the best one out of great. Geras looks official in this game, bro. Looks absolutely fucking official. You can't tell me shit else. Final answer is great. Alright, and next we have the homie Havoc. Now, Havoc is back. A returning character from the 3D era of Mortal Kombat. How do I feel about his costume design? It looks okay. I don't know how I feel about the hair being that long and shit. The design looks dope. I understand where they were going with the face, having the skull kind of like, you know, the skin is like low-key fading off on the mouth area, but that's because in story mode, he gets his face burnt off by scorpions, so that's how he becomes who he becomes. I think the design is okay. I think it's an okay design. I think there are better versions of Havoc, and hopefully we do see that in the future. So Havoc, you are okay. I will put you in front of everybody. I think you're the best one. It's an okay costume design. It's a 5. All right, and next we have another returning 3D era character. Natara is back, and she is voiced by Megan Fox. And a little bit of her character design, the face kind of resembles Megan Fox a little bit. I think it's another okay, might be good. I don't know what they're doing with this mohawk type of thing going on here. I like the body. I like the design with the body. I like the clothing that she has. The wings are fine. I do wish that she had a little bit more of a punk rock, because I feel like in Deadly Alliance, there was more of a menacing look to her. This one just looks like she's just a pretty vampire that'll fuck you up, versus in Deadly Alliance, she was a sexy vampire that you knew was trouble. You knew she was different. So, I will say, Natara, I don't think you're okay. I think you're good. I think it's good, but it's at the end of good. That's all I'll say. I think the other costumes are better. All right, and once again, we have another 3D era character. The demon Ashra is here to purify her soul to become more beautiful. Ashra is back, ladies and gentlemen. I love her design. I love the white with the yellow. It resembles her Deception look. She doesn't have the hat, unfortunately, but there is a costume in the game to add that in. I love how she has more of like it's a beautiful face with like a demon look type to it, and it is explained in the story that once she purifies her soul, she becomes more beautiful. I like it though. I think the design is dope. I think it makes her character stand out a whole lot more. I will say Ashra's design is great, and I will probably put it in front of Rain. Probably in front of Rain, but the ninjas and Geras got her beat. But Ashra is another great costume. Final answer. All right, and we are now entering the DLC Combat Pack 1 characters. Our first DLC character is Omni-Man, guys. Omni-Man is here. He's voiced by the actual actor who plays him in the animated series. This design looks dope. I've never seen the Invincibles before, but I mean, design-wise, it looks pretty fucking accurate from the animated series. I love the detail of the face with the hair, the white sideburns. I will say that this is a 10 out of 10. I think they did their thing with that. I think it looks fucking dope. All right, and the next DLC character we have is Quan Chi. Quan Chi, this asshole, has returned with a little bit more of a twist. He now gets his powers from the evil Shang Tsung, or Kronika, and he wants to join forces with Shang Tsung to basically take over the universe, basically rule the multiverse, all that good stuff. This design to me is not, I don't really care for the design, if I'm being honest. I think he looks dope. The facial expressions look fire, but the design is not really hitting for me. I don't know what they were thinking with this. He looks dope. He looks dope. I'm not saying it looks trash, but I do think he needs a redesign, and I do think it's not it. There is an interesting alternate costume that he has in the Mortal Kombat shop. His remastered Deadly Alliance skin looks so much better on him, but it's a Deadly Alliance skin, and for a reason, that costume, I believe, was a 10 out of 10 in that video. And for Mortal Kombat 1, it's just not it. I think it needs to be a redesign. If he returns in the next game, hopefully they do it justice. Final answer.
All right, and next we have John Cena!
Yes, guys, it is John Cena, but he is Peacemaker. Peacemaker, I've only seen the movie Suicide Squad 2. It's fucking John Cena, guys. I mean, there's nothing else to really talk about. It looks accurate from the TV shows. He looks official. Once again, I'm gonna say it again, guys. It's fucking John Cena. Yes, respectfully, it's a better design than Omni-Man
because it's John Cena.
Gonna say it again. It's John Cena! And our next DLC character is Ermac, and Ermac is back. I love the hood. You guys know how I feel about my ninjas with the hoodies. Another thing to point out, he has a fucking mask. That was one of the biggest problems with Ermac's reveal in the combat pack, was that he just didn't have a mask, and that hindered so many people's appreciation for this character. And you can tell when a mask is put on a ninja what it does. It makes this character look a hell of a lot more better. Do I like the deadless mummy skin being shown? Not really, but the design looks freaking awesome. It looks sick. I will say Ermac in this game is a good costume, probably the best one out of all of them. Ermac did his thing. I love the mask. It's a good costume. Final answer. All right, and next we have another DLC character. Homelander has made his debut into Mortal Kombat. This is Homelander, guys. It's fucking accurate from the show, from The Boys. He looks dope. They have the actor Anthony Starr, but I don't think he voices the character. I think somebody else does it, but you can hardly tell. There's not really that much of a distinction. It sounds the exact same. The design looks dope. I mean, nothing else to really put it. It's a dope design. Another 10 out of 10. They did it justice with this character. And the next and final DLC character is Takeda. Takeda is back and he looks fucking official. I love the skull mask. He is no longer Kenchi's son. He is now Kenchi's younger cousin, and they were both members of the Yakuza. He loved being in the Yakuza. His mission was to eliminate Kenchi, but he lost and ended up joining the Shiraryu with Scorpion and Smoke, and now become Takeda. Like, he looks fucking sick. This is probably one of my favorite DLC costumes in the game. I don't think it's S tier, but damn, it is a great fucking costume. I will put it in front of Sub-Zero, behind Geras. It is a dope costume. It's a great costume. I love it. And I can't wait to see the future of Takeda in future games. Final answer. All right, everybody, that is it for Mortal Kombat 1's Rank the Costumes. Like I said, when Kombat Pack 2 comes out, we will add those 6 characters onto the list. I could do it right now, but I want to save that for a future episode. But yeah, a really short roster. Only 29 characters so far in this game. I'm hoping in the future we get a total of at least 40 to 45 characters. I'm really banking on that. The winner of the S tier goes to Reptile. Following Reptile, you have Kenchi, Melina, Liu Kang, Baraka, Peacemaker, Omni-Man, and Homelander, all being 10s across the board. The winner of the A tier goes to Geras. Following that, you have Takeda, Sub-Zero, Smoke, Ashura, Rain, and Shang Tsung. All of those characters being 9s across the board. There are no 8s in this episode. The winner of the B tier goes to Ermac. Following that, you have Scorpion, Katana, General Shao, Li Mei, Johnny Cage, Natara. And those from Ermac to Katana are 7s. From General Shao to Natara, those are 6s. The winner of the C tier goes to Havoc. Following that, you have Reiko, Tanya, Raiden, and Kung Lao, all being 5s across the board. And for the Not It, you have the winner being Sindel. Following that is Quan Chi. And both of those are 4s and below. Sorry to those who love those characters. I just did not find their designs amusing. I do think they deserve to be treated with much more respect than that. But that's it, people. That's it for episode 23, Mortal Kombat 1, ranking the costumes. This is it, guys. This is the end of the Mortal Kombat Rank the Costumes series, at least for now. I will do a couple more episodes of other things, and then we will get back to a part 2 to some of the Mortal Kombat titles, because like I said, there are alternate costumes of these characters, so we definitely want to dive in and touch on those costumes as well. But we're gonna take a little bit of a break from the Mortal Kombat tier list episodes, focus on other games. The next episode will be a rank the maps of Modern Warfare 3's Call of Duty. It's gonna be fucking dope, so you don't want to miss that. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you didn't enjoy it, if you disagreed with the list, let me know in the comments who you would have replaced, who you would have put in certain categories. If you agree with the list, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you all. If you guys like reaction videos, I will leave a playlist in the description down below. If you're a fan of Mortal Kombat games, I will put some videos down below. If you're a fan of anything else, Nintendo, Call of Duty Zombies, I have videos there as well that you can check out. And yeah, it's your boy Clutch, the Dundado of all datas. The King General has struck again. Make sure you all help each other, build each other, and stick with each other, because we all we got at the end of the day, guys. I'm your boy Clutch. I'm out of here. Peace!